g3rd0, of course, no stranger to the Link to the Past randomizer scene. Getting pretty good, and it looks like we're starting.
Yeah, we got 10 arrows at Link's house, and I'm glad you said the thing about Cransoon gambling, because that was a big reason for why he actually pulled up the victory in Game 2. Just took a very early Turtle Rock gamble when he didn't have all the items, or even the items within logic to get through it, but it paid off very, very well, and he was able to capture victory there. Those are the types of gambles that can honestly win these races, so he's very calculated about what he does.
Yep. To quote a fairly old movie that probably nobody has seen, it's all about making the wrong move at the right time. And there we go. So there's the first sword in the Uncle's Tunnel. Both players making the Uncle route first. I mean, it's kind of a standard route. I'm not sure I like it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you don't get to combine it with the rest of Escape. Unless you get a sword.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where, like, in this seed right here, getting the sword, yeah, it's definitely going to pay off, because now they can go through Escape and get the items in here, but it is a bit of a risk, because if you don't get that, then yeah, you kind of waste a little bit of time, and if someone started straight from Sanctuary, they already kind of have a bit of a small lead, but a lead nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. So both of our racers were considering the save and quit there, and decided not to, I guess.
Yeah, I find the best time to do this front half of Escape is either at the beginning, if you do get a sword at the very beginning, and potentially later on, if like you kind of save Escape for later and kind of combine it with the pyramid and the catfish checks, just because it kind of gives more value to that location and checking items.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of unfortunate when you have to kind of come here in between them, because sometimes it just won't pay off, and you kind of waste a little bit of time going here.
Yep. So basically, yeah, this is kind of the standard strats. We're just kind of seeing it. We've become a standard mode. We got the sword in the Uncle's Tunnel, and we're heading down to, quote, rescue Zelda, who for some reason isn't going to be there today.
Yeah, Link was taking a little bit too long, I guess, so she decided to just hightail up to the Sanctuary herself. Yeah.
g3rd0's got about a 2-second lead right now.
Yeah, it looks like Cransoon is going to be taking a death warp, though, to get back. Probably checking out that sewer chest.
Dark Escape chest is a real thing.
Ooh, but getting the bow in the Sanctuary chest, though.
Oh, wow. So we've got a real important find there. The bow, of course, required for 2 dungeons, and, of course, to beat Ganon's Tower.
Yeah.
You needed to beat Eastern Palace, and you needed to beat Palace of Darkness, and I believe we found crystals in every single one of the Light World dungeons.
Yes, we did, so they could right away go to Eastern if they wanted. They don't have the lamp, so it's not in the logic, but I'm sure these runners are very familiar with Dark Rooms, especially Eastern Palace, so we could potentially be seeing that as a play not too long from now.
And not a one... Or g3rd0 decides not to check Aghanim's, or the Lumberjack Cave. Cransoon's having a little bit of a hard time finding that chest in the dark, and getting a little trolled by ropes. There it is. Ooh. We got some bombs.
Ooh, that's not too bad,
That's actually pretty good. It took him a little while to get it, so it's not that great, but it's pretty good for considering where he is, because he's going to head to Kakariko and be able to go through all of the areas in there.
Yeah, g3rd0 only has 1 bomb, so if he doesn't get a bomb in here or in the well, he's going to have to either buy some bombs. Yeah, you have to buy bombs now. Yeah, kind of nice that Cransoon actually has kind of Kakariko.
Oh, there he goes.
There we go. Yeah, we got some bombs anyway, so never mind.
All right. So Cransoon making his way into the Lost Woods. Neither player checking the Lumberjack Cave. That's actually pretty standard right now.
Yeah.
Both. We found the mirror in the back room of Blind's hut.
Mm-hmm. I really like getting the mirror early. It just kind of makes, when you do get to the dark world, allows you to get back to the light world much easier, and you can kind of check more locations along the way when you're doing those initial sweeps.
Yep. To be honest, if I was writing this game, I probably would have started from Sank, because that's what I do. And I would have ended up getting the mirror there, and then using that in Escape to get out. And we find the flute inside Kakariko Well.
Nice. Good find.
And I think I'm gonna save my thing for when Cransoon does it.
Okay, we can do that.
Because I like to not have to match up with the audio.
Right.
So just be prepared for the Hyrulean National Swag Duck Anthem. It will be coming. Stale memes indeed. It's gonna happen. So Gyro heading into the chicken hut. Yeah, both players will be using the same seed, because if you had two players randomly racing on two different seeds, it would kind of take all the skill out of it. It's just like, who got the better seed, right?
Yeah, someone gets the gold sword in Light World, and the other one just doesn't have any sword for a long time.
All right. Cransoon gonna purchase the item here, and we'll all rise. You gotta know when to hold 'em, gotta know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Wow, that very nice ode to Cransoon there.
And we find a bottle of red potion at the race game. I think that's something they're gonna go get.
Yeah, definitely a good safety item, and it'll also open up the Sick Kid location too. So, yeah, I can see them going for that. I guess it technically would be trash. I mean, if it's like an old bottle being thrown out or something. So I guess the race game guy is not too far off.
All right, so there we go. Sick Kid has a big heart. That's all. No big deal today, but no real surprises.
Although
that you want to go do it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it kind of begs the question, though. Like, I mean, he probably wouldn't be so sick if he didn't, like, give vital organs away to people.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, he might be waiting on that heart transplant now.
I guess, yeah.
I'm not sure what the Hyrule Transplant Committee looks like, but I think Mothiel is on it, so you're, like, pretty screwed.
Okay. From the, dam, we do get the red boomerang. Not really required at all, but you know, it can come into play in a few scenarios, especially if you have Hera early.
Yeah, about the only thing the red boomerang can really like help with. I know a lot of people hate the red boomerang, just really hate it. But you've got Hera that you can deal with a little easier. You've also got stun drops that you can look for.
That's true. Yeah, that's correct.
Cransoon is also going back to check the sick kid. And then he'll be fluting away, I'm sure.
From Mini Moldorm Cave, we do have a power glove.
Oh boy! And g3rd0 is just piecing out from the Mini Moldorm Cave. Actually, just taking the slight shortcut to number 8 over to Ice Rod Cave.
Cransoon just showing why getting them. Another reason why getting the Mire is early. You can use the kind of the block glitch, where if you use the Mire at the same time you're pushing a block, you can get the block to spawn. Kind of makes getting both of these treasures of one trip.
All right, so g3rd0 finishing off Ice Rod Cave, and Cransoon heading into the Mini Moldorm Cave, so he's going to pick up that Power Glove shortly. Now we see the play on Eastern Palace area, and potentially Eastern Palace itself. We have the bow, and who needs a lamp?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we're down to the final 8, and I'm sure all of these players very, very familiar with their dark rooms, so we're probably going to see Eastern Palace to its full completion here.
Yeah, though I have seen Eastern Palace, the back dark room at least, not the front dark room. Pretty much everyone has that down, but the back dark room, I have seen that troll people, you know, to death, even as late as the play-in to the bracket stage. It's a very treacherous dark room, I think.
It definitely is, especially compared to some of the other dark rooms in the light world. It's definitely one where you have to kind of feel your way around a little bit, predict where enemies are going to be.
So, update on items. We just got the Titan's Mitts in the back of Escape, and g3rd0 picked up the Ether Medallion in Sahasrah's closet.
That Titan's Mitts, very, very good find. Still needs a Moon Pearl to complement it to its best effect right now. But still good to have that in case you don't find the hammer.
Oh, Cransoon making the heads-up play here. First of all, we've got Turtle Rock, Misery Mire, Thieves Town, and Ice Palace as the crystals. Turtle Rock and Thieves Town are the red ones. We had the green pendant at Skull Woods, and everything else was a other colored pendant. What we've got here is Cransoon is doing the Super Bunny glitch into the Misery Mire shed. He's trying to anyway. And he's then going to Checkerboard Cave, which is the one cave you can access without the Moon Pearl over here.
Yeah,
it looks like he's abandoning the Super Bunny glitch, and that makes sense.
What sprite is he playing as? Because he's
playing as Dark Link,
Dark Link,
and
okay.
The bunny sprite is normal Link, which was very confusing.
Yeah, that's what was confusing me there for a minute.
Oh, and the Moon Pearl is there!
The gambles!
Oh, wow!
How does he do it?
I mean, you see, that's the sort of play you make when you think this is going to be huge.
It is.
Oh, like that's the last place people would check, you know?
Yeah, definitely, it would.
People would do AGA 1 before they went there. Some people would, anyway.
Yeah, it's a little hard to call because a lot of those out-of-the-way locations... Oh my gosh! Cane of Samaria, too.
Oh, Cransoon, you have quite a treasure there in that Cane of Samaria. And it's right there in Agnes Cave. Such out-of-the-way locations having such important items. What is going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think I heard something, and I think that's gotta be Kane!
Hello, Phantom Ryu. Thank you for that one.
Yeah, thank you. That was great. As I was gonna say, having the flute though, it does make kind of checking these out of the way locations a little more inviting. Because yeah, if you don't have the items you need for Dark World access, and you have like Agnes Cave or Zora available still, that's when you kind of think, okay, well, if I can make the play on Aghanim, I'll just go ahead and do that. But with the flute, it's a little easier to check these locations, so I can understand.
True. Yeah, I don't think Gyarados will go to Aga 1 before going to Checkerboard Cave, but it's possible.
Yeah, for sure.
But wow, such a huge play. And you see, I don't think it's an unreasonable play. I know some people would think, oh, there's more items over here, but no. If you make the play on Checkerboard Cave, and it happens to be there, it's a big, big deal. And you get a huge leg up. And if it doesn't happen to be there, you wasted a few seconds.
Yeah, for sure. And like, and the reason what prompted that is he did get the mitts from the back of Escape, which Gyarados did not do. So we kind of lucked out that Gyarados did not do that. So it's going to be a little while longer. I imagine he's going to check this right after Armos, though, anyway. But like, it'll be a little while till he gets the Moon Pearl compared to Cransoon.
All right, so we're being told two things. Number one, Misery Mire requires the Bombos medallion, which neither player has, and two, Desert is boots locked.
Yeah, that's right. We'll need the boots to complete this seed, because Desert is a crystal, so you will need to find those at some point.
All right. So if Desert Palace is boot locked, does that make it foot locker?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Gyarados will be picking up his mitts very, very shortly, going right for the back of Escape. We have a bottle in Skull Woods as the first item.
Yep. No real disappointment with the bottle, but still, it's not what you're looking for.
Right.
Alright, so Gyarados finally finds those Titan's mitts. We'll see where he heads next. We found the big key in Skull Woods.
Had a nice little pinball maneuver there with the bumper enemies.
Yep. Nice, solid bomb jump across to the big chest. And what do we have? Small key. So, there's one more chest he can check in the front half, or the front part of Skull Woods. One more chest that could have something. Cransoon taking an intentional death here to refill his hearts. Because you don't want to accidentally die outside, because then you have to go all the way back here.
Yeah. And Gyarados actually checking up Death Mountain first before going to the desert area, so...
Not a completely unreasonable play.
No, definitely not.
You've got the Mire, you can get to Hera. If you find either the hammer or the hookshot, you can continue even further. So there's lots of things you can do. The Cane of Samaria making this room very easy for Cransoon. And there's the Bombos medallion. Bombos. It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah,
so yeah,
Ice Palace.
Yep. So this Skullwoods, that dungeon, the thing that has a name that's woods and skulls, that thing has the green pendant. So you may end up having to come back here, but we don't know. Let's see. Can the pedestal have the boots? I'm being asked, and I believe the answer is yes.
Yes, I believe so. Unless again, it's like guarding another important item to get through a pendant dungeon, but we don't know that information yet.
The shovel on Bumper Cave. So that's a bit of non-information.
Yeah, it's information, but information we don't know if that's going to be helpful yet or not.
You do need the cape to get there. Alright, so the big key is the first thing we find here in Tower of Hera, which means we will not have to go to the basement to finish the dungeon, but to complete the dungeon, that is, clear out every chest, you may. Only 2 items in Hera, so if you find a second item, he's found a piece of heart now. If you find another one, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. So we are seeing a bit of a, like, dungeon clearing mindset for Gyardo right now. He's kind of going through all the dungeons he has available to check those for items, which not a bad idea. This version of the logic is very, very partial to having a lot of items in dungeons, but Cransoon being very rewarded with the routing he has taken. Just getting the Moon Pearl, getting the Cane of Samaria. At some point, when he goes back to Eastern, he could probably combine that with maybe a temp Palace of Darkness check if necessary. So just yeah, just kind of the items are kind of falling into his lap right now.
And the hammer in the sea
Wow.
house.
Oh my god.
Oh, what is going on today?
I don't know, but
Cransoon is just getting everything he needs everywhere.
exactly.
I mean, he still needs to find the hookshot, he needs to find the fire rod and the ice rod, and whatever medallion he needs for Turtle Rock, but that's it.
Yeah,
So,
and the
20
boots
minutes
too.
in, he finds himself... Oh yeah, the boots. You need the boots. But yeah, 20 minutes in, he finds himself 4 items away from go mode.
That's incredible. It's all because he's like, you know, maybe I'll check Desert before I go to Eastern or Hera.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I actually, when I'm playing, I look to make, you know, off-the-wall gambles like that don't actually hurt you that bad if they turn out to be wrong. So going to Checkerboard Cave when you have the mirror and the Titan's mitts and the flute, that seems like a play I would make, actually.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And speak of the devil, let's see. I have not actually gone through and thought through the Pedestal hype index, but so we could have the ice rod there. We could have the boots there, and we could not have the hookshot there. So the only required items that could be on the pedestal are the boots and the ice rod, and of course anything leading to one of those.
Yeah, or the medallion needed for Turtle Rock as well. But yeah, that's pretty much what we have. Need the fire rod for Skullwoods, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So Gyardo checking Desert first, finding it bootlocked, and then he'll probably head over to the Checkerboard Cave. He's going to go ahead and do the Super Bunny into Mire Shed. We might get that. The trick with Super Bunny is you have to use the mirror exactly on the frame that you transition into the box. And Gyardo pulls it off on his 3rd try. The way you can tell is because you heard him swipe his sword there.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you do the Super Bunny, you can sort of basically do everything Link does. Now, Gyardo picked up 350 rupees in there, so it turns out to not be a big deal that Cransoon didn't get it. But we will finally see Gyardo picking up his Moon Pearl in one of the most obscure locations it can be.
Yeah, this is like this is the location that if you're playing Randomizer for the first time, you kind of wouldn't expect it to possibly be there, because you have to turn into the bunny to even get over to that place. But yeah, it's well within the logic. You can use the mirror as the bunny. It's how you get up to Hera normally. So yeah, it's one of those things you kind of have to learn that, oh right, it can be there if I have the items for it.
Yep. It is one of my favorite Moon Pearl locations.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably actually my favorite. Like, it's more... I like it more than Pyramid.
Yeah, me too.
And we see Cransoon going to fight Blind.
Yeah, it turns out we did not get a lot from the Thieves Town by itself.
Yep. We will be getting a all-important crystal number 6, I believe, or 5. It's one of those two.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the more valuable thing. Oh, actually, not necessarily. With Turtle Rock being the other 6 crystal, and with all the item requirements for that, there's a chance Pyramid Fury probably will not have anything. But it could happen. We'll see. It could have the boots, I guess.
It could have Hookshot even.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, for sure.
Because you don't have to have the Hookshot to beat Turtle Rock. You just want to have the Hookshot to beat Turtle Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, are we into the Final Four of the secondary tournament? Wow.
We did get a blue mail from the chest game, so Cransoon going to have a little more defense to work with, which is always nice.
Speaking of shout-outs, I'd like to give a shout-out to our tracker, Mr. Dustin. Thank you for keeping track of everything we say and do on this stream, and of course what the runners do, because that's what's important.
Yeah, the tracker job is very, very helpful. As a commentator, sometimes watching 2 screens, it's very easy to miss something. Having a tracker there kind of assures that we always know the item counts at certain points, so it's a very, very helpful job, and we appreciate it.
Alright, so we've got the digging game here. We've had 14 digs and a bunch of bombs. And we're going to see g3rd0 picking up his Bombo's medallion here in Skull Woods. And then he's going to piece out, that being his second item. Cransoon doing more overworld checks. This time we're checking the Frogsmith, otherwise known as Jeremiah, because Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Really? I thought he was a swordsmith.
Yeah, he was also that.
Okay.
He was also a prophet. If you want to go with the scriptural reference.
Yeah.
Ooh, so no peg cave boots. That would have been great. So we see g3rd0 making the play that Cransoon made earlier. I don't think either player here wants to forget the graveyard ledge. Many people have been trolled by that. There's the flippers. So welcome to the Swordsmith Brothers specialty scuba shop. And we see the purple chest being taken out.
He is going to be doing the walk over here. He does have the flute, but he also has to check these locations along the way, so this is kind of a good way to get the purple chest down there, still be in the dark world, and then just kind of also get some other locations checked off.
Right. And of course, Hype Cave can be along the way, and just all sorts of goodies that you can find here in the South Dark World.
g3rd0 should be getting his hammer right now, so there you go. He has his hammer now.
Yeah, so the hammer is there in the sea house, and we see Cransoon leaving the purple chest behind and heading over to the hype cave. Now, I've been told that this way that he's going from the south side with that is really only faster if you have the boots.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know for sure. Like I said, not an expert.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, if you have the boost, you just get through this section a lot faster, and potentially there might be a faster way to get to the hype cave later on. But
yeah. You can leave the chest plenty far behind as long as you don't mirror away, or go into like a 2-entrance cave.
Yeah, I believe that's the logic. Yes,
I think you'll keep it. 2-entrance caves include dungeons. I know this from talking about entrance rando. Woo!
Ooh, okay.
Entrance rando is fun. It's confusing, but it's fun.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Oh, there it is!
Ooh.
I was about to mention, if he gets the book, he can go check the see what's on the Bombos tablet.
Well, here we go.
He can't actually get it, but he can see what's on it.
Yeah, when you have a tablet, if you don't have the Master Sword, this just basically acts like a pedestal check. Just you see what's inside, and here we just have Couch Cache, so I'm not going to be getting that.
Yep, at least that location is now checked off in your brain. You can move on to other things.
Now, Cransoon does have kind of an opportunity here. He doesn't have... Oh, he's okay. He's going to skip it, which is understandable. It's a dungeon anyway.
I was going to say, I don't see him going for Turtle or for Swamp Palace right now.
Yeah.
Now, there's another palace over here that I might see him going for.
Definitely.
A little place called Ice Palace. Though I think we might see like the Zora check and stuff first in the floating in the island.
Yeah, that's probably what he's going to do first.
Yeah, so another dungeon that can be entered at the moment, although you can't get much out of it right now, is Cransoon's favorite Turtle Rock. Potentially.
Potentially. We need to know what that
We don't know what the medallion is, but if it turns out to be Bombos or Ether, if he can get it from Sahasrah's closet, that's
very,
a big
very
deal.
true.
So we're going to get Hobo check. We're going to get... I'm guessing he goes up to the Zora area. He's only 16 rupees short of Zora. Oh, nope, he's going to flute away.
He might just be fluting back to the South Shore, though.
He could be fluting to 8.
Or
nope, he's fluting to 1. So now he's going to do the Death Mountain check, but he's going to get a lot more out of this than Cransoon or than g3rd0 did.
For sure, having the hammer will allow the east side to be checked, and that's very convenient.
He's going to deal with Tower of Hera, probably, and then head over to the east side, where there are just a complete treasure trove of chests waiting for the willing adventurer.
I think this does make sense, though. He probably would have checked Zora if he had enough rupees, just on the off chance he wouldn't get any more. And this way, like, there's a good chance he's going to get all the rupees. He can clear a dungeon in the meantime that he actually has to complete. So,
and then he can flute to 8 and just get there in no time.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good routing. It's very good routing.
And we will be seeing what that Turtle Rock medallion is, too, like you were talking about.
Yeah, that could be useful.
Just a refresh for those who weren't around for Game 2, Cransoon, that was pretty much what gave him the victory in the last match, making a very early gamble on Turtle Rock. Did not have the Ice Rod, so he didn't even have the means to finish it. Didn't have the lamp, so he couldn't see through the dark room, but he gambled on Turtle Rock anyway. Found the Ice Rod, and a bunch of other required items too. and managed to finish it with Fighter Sword, which
Wow.
gave him a huge lead in that particular race. So,
Fighter Sword Trinex. Ow! Did he have hammer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
he had hammer.
yeah.
You can't get in there without hammer.
But yeah, like we say, Cransoon is a gambling man. That is the reason why, because he'll take gambles like that and he'll turn them into his advantages.
So I imagine. I think the boots could theoretically be on the floating island.
Yeah, they could be. Yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of places they could be. We don't know what is on the floating island because we haven't been to the east side of Death Mountain yet. Yeah, Graveyard Ledge has been checked. Both players checked that pretty early on, and I've seen Graveyard Ledge burn a couple runners in this tournament, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, me being one of those runners, actually.
Oh yeah, Skyloft. I forgot that's what we're calling it now. It's great.
Skyloft, I like that.
It's a great term. I believe Early Moon Pro probably did pay off quite a bit, just because of the routing decisions. They're not going too many different places, but I think Cransoon has a bigger lead than you think he does.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to make that call just because, yeah, g3rd0 has been really trying to stick to Crystal Dungeons being cleared as a priority over Overworld. So at the most, Cransoon is getting items before g3rd0, but at the same time, I mean, g3rd0 is kind of following the same route Cransoon is, and if he continues to follow this route, even if Cransoon does enter Go mode first, he won't have as much ground to really catch up because he'll have 2 dungeons completed already, but...
So, somebody asking about the bomb jump for Tower of Hera Big Chest. It's not slower to do the bomb jump. It's just safer to not do the bomb jump. Because the way if you do the bomb jump on the Tower of Hera Big Chest, the way it's intended to be set up, you want to do it from the lower hole, which means that if you miss it, you're falling down 2 floors.
Right.
So some people are just like, no, I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going up, doing the vanilla route, grabbing the chest, and walking back up. That's only 1 floor falling instead of 2. And we see Cransoon heading for the east side of Death Mountain. We see 10 arrows on Skyloft today, and he heads to Spiral Cave. Incoming Spiral Cave boots.
I suppose that'd be the equivalent of the boots at the Hammer Peg, just on a higher level.
Indeed. Quite literally, actually.
Yeah.
No. Skyloft is a lot larger once you get on it. You forget this. Bigger on the inside. Anyway, so Cransoon, interesting. Cransoon doing Dark World first.
I can kind of understand that.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. He doesn't have the hookshot, so all he'll be able to do is Super Bunny Cave. Oh, he's setting up the mirror.
Okay, that's actually okay. I do like that actually. Because when he falls down, he can just exit, enter the portal, and then he'll be right there at where the Dark World starts.
So yeah, so much for what I know. We find a bee in a bottle. In the lower portion, or the upper portion, or the lower portion of Paradox Cave. Nobody knows. And yep, that's pretty much the only significant item. So remember how I said 20 minutes in, Cransoon was 4 items from Go mode? 20 more minutes in, and he's still 4 items from Go mode. Because that's how Randomizer works.
Yeah, definitely. Progression kind of comes in spurts, I guess you could say.
Very much so, and we see Cransoon heading into the Super Bunny Cave. This is called the Super Bunny Cave because if you come up here without the Moon Pearl, you can get both of the items in here by activating the Super Bunny glitch without any training or expertise whatsoever. You just fall down that hole and it's active.
And this is a long time ago, but I believe in my very first randomizer seed that I played, this is a very old version of the logic. The Moon Pearl was actually in there. And like the first randomizer seed I ever did.
That must have been a very old version of logic, because that is no longer possible.
Yeah, that was like before even the first tournament.
And you see Cransoon goes to Turtle Rock, sees Ether for Turtle Rock. Oh boy. So he doesn't have Ether. He hasn't been to Sahasrah's closet. But g3rd0 does have Ether. So g3rd0 could make the play into Turtle Rock. And if Turtle Rock is big, then that will put g3rd0 in a commanding lead. So that piece of information right there kind of shifted who I think is winning this race at the moment.
I think it did too. Yeah, that Sahasrah check is definitely coming to help here. And g3rd0 could be thinking, like, Cransoon won game 2 by making an early Turtle Rock play. I'm not sure if g3rd0 does as many gambles as Cransoon does. It seems like g3rd0 kind of tries to play it safe and with the logic a little bit. But if he uses that logic, he could essentially use Cransoon's biggest advantage against him a little bit, just because he has the Ether Medallion.
Yep. Well, we see Cransoon right now. He is heading over to the Palace of Darkness Eastern area. So I think he will be picking up the Ether Medallion shortly. I could see him mirroring in front of Sahasrah's hut to check that on the way to the good old Mullet Mansion over here.
To answer a question in chat, yeah, you do need Fire Rod pretty early in Turtle Rock, but there is a way where if you get like a small key in the first chest, you can actually get a pretty decent ways into the dungeon and open more chests, and the Fire Rod could be there for all we know. So
I think it's theoretically possible to get all the way to Laser Bridge if you're lucky.
Yeah, they'd also need the lamp by that point, though, because they still don't have the lamp yet, so the dark room was out of logic at the moment. But yeah, they could very well do that. They know their dark rooms, I'm sure.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to find the lamp in Palace of Darkness over here. It happens to me more often than I care for it to happen.
Yeah, and with the bow and hammer, they can actually pretty much check everything that's not lamp locked anyway.
Let's hope Cransoon is familiar with his dark rooms, because, you know, if I was going into pod without the lamp, I would want to be prepared to do those lampless rooms. The maze room in Palace of Darkness is actually okay. Like, it's not that bad. If you have a map, you can navigate it okay. What's difficult is the turtle room. The turtle room is for jerks.
And unfortunately, they don't have the fire rod to make it a little easier. So, yeah, it's going to be the full difficulty turtle room that they have.
Yeah, so g3rd0 has not done Palace of Darkness at all, because he came over here before acquiring the Moon Pearl. But he has finished Eastern Palace. Yeah. I was going to say, why can't Gyarados enter Mire? And then I realized, oh yeah, that thing with the whole hookshot and boots.
Yeah, you need hookshot and boots in order to get through the first room of that dungeon.
Well, hookshot or boots.
Yeah, right. Or, but Gyarados is opening up Turtle Rock. Let's see if he jumps down and goes inside.
Oh boy, do we have the Turtle Rock play? Oh, it looks like it.
I think we do.
Oh boy. Gyarados pulling the reverse Cransoon. Making the early play on Turtle Rock.
So, unless, like, if this is not a key or the Fire Rod, Gyarados is going to have to leave immediately. Thankfully, it's, like, not a long check because of that. Yep, and he's gone.
Yep.
Can't progress, so...
Yeah. If it turned out to not be one of those things, you're fine. It wasted maybe a little bit of time. You were up here checking Super Bunny anyway. I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm. So we do know the Fire Rod is out there somewhere on this glorious Hyrule landscape, just not in Turtle Rock.
So Gyarados, I think, we might see the Zora play here and then possibly Ice, or just Ice.
Yep, going straight for Ice.
So, Ice Palace, ladies and gentlemen. 3 items in Ice Palace, and the Bombos medallion does allow you to get through it. A lot of people don't know this. If you read that tile right up there, it'll tell you, hey, try using Bombos. Let's see. Can we check Spike Cave? So Spike Cave is out of the logic at the moment, but these runners could do it.
Yeah, for sure. They need to get like a potion or something, and or just a few more hearts because they're almost within the health threshold.
I think you can get through it on like 14.
Yeah, 14 is what I normally hear.
I mean, you have to be pretty much perfect with your movement. They did get a red potion from the race game way early on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is in their pockets still.
So that is a theoretical possibility. But it's not... it's still not within the logic at the moment. They would have to have some sort of invincibility item for that to be possible. And we see Cransoon making quick work of the Armos Knights with the quick kill. No red guard today.
And with that, we are actually caught back up in crystal count.
So we see Gyarados now going for the Ice Palace bomb jump. Easy every time. Apparently. No adjustments necessary up or down, just got right to that position and was ready to go.
Cransoon gambling on pod. There are 5 item potentials to be in here, so I wouldn't say it's a bad gamble at this point.
Yeah. Gyarados using bomb strats to take care of those pin gators. And uses the small key to head to the right-hand side of Ice Palace. There are 3 fairly concentrated chests over here. So you want to get over here as quickly as you can.
Meanwhile, we did not get a first key. We did not get a small key in the first chest of Palace of Darkness, so we're seeing the right side pod play first.
Yep. So that means all of pod, minus that first chest, of course, was bow-locked.
But with Bow at the Sanctuary, didn't really have a lot blocking it.
It's not often I find myself with the bow early. Normally I find the silver arrows early and it takes forever to find the bow.
Yeah, bow always seems to be one of those, either one of the first items you get or one of the last items you get.
Alright, so we found red mail in Ice Palace.
That's not too bad. Cold Stare hits like a truck, so...
Now he only hits like a car.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2 hearts with red mail.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There's the big key in the Freezor room. But before g3rd0 decides to get that, he's going to do a bomb jump to reach the iced tea room. This is a much faster way than walking around. We call it the iced tea room because it's ice palace and it looks like a T, except it's sideways. Alright, I think that does it for items in Ice Palace.
Yeah, I think so too. So yeah, not getting any progression in here.
Yeah, and we're just gonna see him head to Cold Stare and finish this off. Meanwhile, Cransoon making the play on Pod. Let's see what we find here. So right now we are taking care of the business section of the Mullet Mansion, where we get a bunch of keys, and now Cransoon heads back to Party Central.
Ooh, fire! No, we did not get all the items in Ice Palace. Fire Rod was just.
Oh wow, Fire Rod! Okay, so that's a huge deal for g3rd0, pulling out a nice find there in Ice Palace. I love it when the Fire Rod is in Ice Palace.
Yeah.
I love it because it trolls everyone. Everybody who is used to playing this game the vanilla way is like, "Oh, you need the Fire Rod to do Ice Palace." Nope.
Nope.
Sure don't.
You also have a few Fire Rod shots to use here to get the damage down on Cold Stare. We're working with Fighter Sword. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. We'll be seeing g3rd0 using some hammer strats to take down the individual puffballs of Cold Stare. He's going to have to be careful about that health. He's down to 4 hearts. And 2 more hugs from these balls will take care of him. We'll want to...
oh, he has that red potion.
He's going to use that potion.
Good call, good call.
Yeah. We see Cransoon heading through the dark maze of Palace of Darkness.
So getting that Fire Rod opens Turtle Rock back up for a few more chests. Also opens the green pendant as well.
Yep, green pendant over there at Skullwoods. It would be kind of interesting to see, say, the lamp at Saha's Rala, or even Vanilla Boots.
Right.
Like, we still haven't seen the lamp, and so far the lamp is... I mean, that is a place where the lamp could be, because Ice Palace doesn't require it.
Cransoon is getting some potions here.
I don't blame him. To me, that indicates that he's probably about to make an Ice Palace play. See g3rd0 doing the hobo check. And he's going to go make the Zora check as well. Yeah, so Cransoon going into Ice Palace just after g3rd0 coming out. I'd say now that g3rd0 is probably firmly in the lead.
We do have a Master Sword from Cransoon. I guess he must have got it in the Dark Maze.
Oh, so Master Sword acquired.
Yeah, the swords are one of those items where if you get them in a Dark Maze or any of the Dark Rooms, you can't exactly see that unless you just walk along and you start attacking saying, "Oh, wait, I have a better sword," or just look at your item menu.
I've also seen people get trolled by the Titan's mitts.
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
That was a fun thing. People didn't realize they had the Titan's mitts until way later.
It's like, when did I get that?
Cransoon using some interesting bomb strats to take care of these pen gators. And we see just 5 rupees from Zora. That is a minus 99% return on investment.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
And we see Gyarados heading up to the mountain cave, but fluting away. If you want to refill your health before you flute away, that's where you go.
Yeah, for sure. And looks like he is going for that green pendant.
Oh ho, green pendant. Green pendant time. We could also potentially see the ever so elusive pedestal check.
Oh, that's right. We have the book and the mirror, so yeah.
Yep, the pedestal check is possible, and we could end up seeing either the hookshot or the boots still on the pedestal.
You could even see an ice rod too.
Oh boy! Wait, we can't see the hookshot. I
think you meant I think you meant ice rod.
I meant ice rod. Yeah, chat's gonna call me out for being a scrub lord. That's okay. Have you seen me play this game? I'm okay with it. It's a fair assessment. So, we see Gyarados heading back to go fight Mothula. Now, Gyarados having just the fighter sword, I expect potentially some hammer strats here, and fire rod, of course.
Mothula takes 8 hits from the fire rod to go down. It's not going to have 8 hits for Mothula, but it can at least get a few shots out there, and then hammer will do tempered damage, which should take him the rest of the way through, no problem.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so the tempered sword, if you can pull that off, will get him in 4 hits, as long as they all count. Of course, sometimes you have no control over whether the hit counts or not. We're having a little trouble, but I mean, the red mail will give you plenty of opportunity to do this some more. With the red mail, it's actually less costly to hit Mothula than it is to hit the spikes.
Mm-hmm.
And we see Gyarados picking up that green pendant. You know what else we haven't checked yet?
What if we not
Both players elected to skip this at the top of the game. We have not checked the Lumberjack Cave.
That is correct. We have not checked that yet.
And we are seeing the pedestal check, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for the hype or not hype. Just couch cash.
Ooh.
No pedestal hype today. And we see Gyarados fluting away.
Cransoon getting his fire rod.
Yep, and we will see the play on Cold Stare soon. So we did see Cransoon get out of Palace of Darkness before finishing it. But I believe he counted his items.
Yeah, I think he did too.
So with this being the play with the Fire Rod, I kind of feel like Turtle Rock is the answer again.
Yeah, and Cransoon seems more like prone to that location, so there's a possibility he might check that before he goes to Mothula.
Turtle Rock, or of course, the probably lower percentage swamp left side.
Just a blue cane from Sashrala, so that is not progression, technically.
All right. So, Brian, if you're watching, we have found your cane. You're too busy taking care of Reba, though. Anyway.
Please report to the Hyrule Lost and Found. We have found your cane.
Indeed. Brian does unlock Spike Cave.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, okay, that location is still available.
And also remember the shovel is on Bumper Cave.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's true.
The cape is a thing.
Mm-hmm. Cape could
Oh
be
man,
well.
I hope the cape is on Lumberjack Cave. Because that would be so awful.
Oh my god, that would be awful.
Have to go through Aga Tower just to go get the shovel, just to dig up some garbage.
Yeah, that's pretty painful, not gonna lie. So yeah, with chat pointing this out, so thank you, chat. Yeah, g3rd0 is checking Palace of Darkness now, which Cransoon has already checked. He's going to be able to make up a little ground that g3rd0 kind of had over him from clearing dungeons from the get-go.
Right. Now the only problem is Cransoon will have to come back to Palace of Darkness eventually. Hopefully he'll have a lamp when he does that.
Will he, though? I mean, it is a pendant.
Oh, yeah. Right. I'm dumb. Crystals. Crystals are important. Pendants, maybe not so much. This is not a get to the Master Sword pedestal seed. This is not an all dungeon seed. Which, by the way, those are 2 objectives you can set for your run if you decide to. I really encourage anybody who hasn't tried out Randomizer, just give it a try. It's really cool. And you don't have to be good to play. Just ask me.
Yeah, and even if you want to kind of like try to start speed running, I guess you could say, the Randomizer, just know that your first randomized runs will always take a very long time. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of kind of just experimentation before you start getting times, even like the 2-hour mark for that matter.
Expect a 4-hour run at least for your first run. Set aside that much time at least.
Cransoon is on Death Mountain, and I think it looks like he's gonna maybe do Spike Cave right now. No, okay, no, he's going to the top.
Yep, so we have the Turtle Rock play. I think he's going to check the ether... No. I was wrong. I thought he hadn't checked the ether tablet yet.
Yeah,
I know we have checked it.
Mm-hmm. I think he did, because he had the book when he came up here and did Hera, so...
It was g3rd0 who came up here without the book. The first time.
So earlier, g3rd0 tried doing the reverse Cransoon on Cransoon, so I guess he's doing the reverse Cransoon?
The anti-counter anti-Cransoon.
Okay.
Wait. Anybody knows where that's from? Mad respect.
I guess that's fair. I guess he's just doing the Cransoon then at that point. So
yeah. Alright, so we see Cransoon gonna go get this piece of heart down here, and then he's gonna head over to the fire room. We're gonna light some things on fire.
And this is literally the same exact scenario from Game 2. No ice rod, no lamp, but checks here anyway.
Did we hand out an old seed? No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't think we did. No, we didn't. Definitely did not do that, but still.
And we see Cransoon immediately taking the correct direction in this room if you don't have the hook shot. Gotta go around the back way. Just so you arrive at the hole in time and get to the exit. We see Cransoon physically dodging these rollers instead of using the hookshot to get through. There's the lamp.
Oh, okay. There's one thing into the logic. Into the logic at the very least. Ice Rod still needs to be accounted for.
And we see g3rd0 finishing out Palace of Darkness. The lamp is required for certain amounts of logic, and we're going to need either the boots or the hookshot to get into Misery Mire.
At this point, I'm just wondering, going back to what you said, now that Aghanim's tower is in the logic at this point, that into the cape, into the shovel, into either boots or hookshot.
Well, we still need to see what's on the Lumberjack Cave.
Yeah, I know, but just saying, that could be a possibility at this point.
That'd be kind of awful. I don't even think we've seen anybody check the pyramid itself.
No, we haven't.
But g3rd0 might be doing that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We do have some new locations here. Well, from both runners, actually, but yeah.
And Cransoon is heading to the big key chest. No surprises there. And it's got the big key in it. So, vanilla today. That means the laser bridge is going to be live. Okay, so just a 5-arrow upgrade on the pyramid itself.
Means it's catfish time.
Oh boy. Everybody get your lemon pepper ready. It's time for catfish.
Chat saying catfish never has anything. That's kind of a problem
False.
A lot of people make with Randomizer is when you say that it doesn't have anything, the next run it's going to have something.
That is how it works. Alright, so g3rd0, we got 20 rupees in Mimic Cave. We've got, from the catfish, 20 more rupees.
Oh.
Simultaneous big 20s. When have you ever seen that? All the time. Literally all the time.
Yeah. So the one location we have... Oh, no problem.
More big 20s.
The one location that I don't think Cransoon's checked, g3rd0 might be checking here, and that is Spike Cave. He does have the Cane of Burna, so it's in logic. Yeah. So if the Ice Rod's there, that could be really, really bad for Cransoon.
Oh boy. It's all about the gamble here. Let's see what g3rd0 does. Nope. No Spike Cave today. Yeah. Cransoon actually currently believes that the laser bridge is outside the logic. It's not, because we can get the Cane of Brian. You don't want to get the Cane of Brian. But the laser bridge in the logic either requires the mirror shield or some sort of invincibility item. Oh, g3rd0 is doing Spike Cave.
Okay, here we go.
The jukes. Oh.
Ooh, he takes a death, though, unfortunately.
The hookshot on the laser bridge!
Okay, hookshot.
There's the small key. Have we counted all the items? Yes!
Yes, he has. Okay, so unfortunately did not get that ice rod, but Hookshot is the progression needed, as far as we know. We don't know what's in that spike cave yet.
Hookshot will give you access to Misery Mire, and also everything in Swamp. And it looks like Cransoon is making the play on Swamp. That... I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Misery Mire as a crystal dungeon, I maybe would have opted for that first.
You know what? I think he just realized that.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, wait, I can get into Mire.
Another thing I'm not entirely sure about is he did actually leave Hookshot Cave behind when he was already up there.
Yeah, it would have been kind of difficult to get to because he'd have to go back through Turtle Rock.
True.
Or no, he'd just mirror and go up the other way. But he's also like, look, I'm gonna have to come back up here anyway.
That's true, yeah, that's a good point. May as well clear some other dungeons first.
Yeah, you probably just mirror from the left side of the Mimic Cave bridge and jump down from the Spiral Cave ledge and then go up the other way. But, you know, if you're thinking, oh, got hookshot, gotta go.
Yeah.
Some people aren't gonna make all those calls in the middle of the heat of the moment here. Right. So Cransoon making the play into Misery Mire, which does feel like the right play.
Yeah, compared to Swamp Pals anyway, for sure.
And we see the first item in Mire is the blue boomerang. I've got a planeswalker in chat trying to get a song stuck in my head. It was all I could do to keep myself from singing it. Yeah, so we still need the boots. We still need the ice rod. Yesterday, in the open mode race, we had both rods in Mire.
It's always cool when you have like a 2-item location and both rods are just there.
Yeah, and one of them was on Vitreous. That was fun. Speaking of Vitreous, these guys are gonna get to Vitreous and, you know, in a rare turn of events, not have the silver arrows.
That's true, yeah. And both will have the Master Sword, very least. Better than Fighter Sword Vitreous, which is just kind of...
That sounds like actual garbage.
It really is. But they have the bow anyway, so just normal arrows should suffice.
Yeah. I think it's like 2 arrows per eyeball and then like 8 for Vitreous.
That sounds about right.
That being said, if you do the math on that, 18 plus 8 is 26, which is more than Cransoon has.
Yeah. I just imagine sword spins will be fine at that point after that.
Alright, so Gyardo heading into the back half of Turtle Rock. We'll see him pick up the hookshot shortly. I don't believe we found the second item yet in Mire, so Cransoon is still going to be cleaning this out. You don't want to leave something behind, especially if it turns out to be one of the items you need.
Yeah. Just need to check the big chest and the other small chest that's nearby.
Yep. I'm feeling magic powder. What about you?
Yeah, I can see that. Or no, you know, I'm gonna call Bugnet. I'm just gonna say this is not where we need to.
Boots.
Oh, never mind.
We got boots. Right here in Mire City. The capital B. That rhymes with P. That stands for something.
I wanted to troll the runners, but the game was like, you know what? No, you're not doing that. Okay, so I imagine right after he is done here with Misery Mire, he's going to just warp to the Light World, go right up, finish up Desert Palace, maybe even find the Ice Rod in there.
Very possible. There's only one item left in Desert Palace, but if it turns out to be the Ice Rod, that is massive. So yeah, Turtle Rock was with the absolute forced double dip here. You had to go get the hook shot off of Laser Bridge.
Yeah, you did.
To get into Mire, where the boots were, which is the only other way to get into Mire.
Mm-hmm. Turtle Rock should just have a sign outside that says "Welcome to version 26 or 27." Because seriously, Turtle Rock just always is the answer for these seeds. It seems like. For a
Say, come on
majority
in,
of
the
them
lava's
anyway.
fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got sword spins here on the eyeballs. I believe 3 takes care of them. Or like, there's some doubles in there. Like, not exactly sure about the physics involved.
Mm-hmm.
But with red mail, you can take several hits from that goo there. No problem, and we take down Vitreous proper.
And I think Gyardo is going to be checking Hookshot Cave, so we are going to see what's in there.
Yep. If it turns out to be Ice Rod, it's going to be huge. Oh, and he gets rolled
dead
by
rock.
the dead rock.
Just looks like you can just squeeze through there, but no.
That's why I wrote a song about them.
Yeah, I think I've heard that song. Pretty good.
It's like they're so bad they get their own ballad.
Mm-hmm. We still do not know what's in that lumberjack tree, too. I mean, for all we know, Ice Rod could be in there.
Oh boy. So we see Gyardo making the play on Hookshot Cave. See Cransoon in Desert Palace. He's going to get a small key out of the big chest. And we will see what's on the right-hand side.
Nothing in Hookshot Cave.
Ooh, Hookshot Cave is a bust. Do I do children's birthday parties? Not to the best of my knowledge. Gyardo is actually acquiring some potion. A green and a blue. He's going to use the green to refill that magic, and then purchase some more blue.
When you have rupees burning in your pocket like that, not a bad idea.
And so it looks like our favorite burrito nacho combo was on the east side of Desert, so Cransoon will be heading to Land Mullis to see what is there. I just realized the other day when I was watching Zelda 1 Randomizer The Landmullas are in that game too.
Yeah, both Lamnolas and Moldorm too, actually. They're
Oh yeah. Moldorm is a lot slower, and Landmullas are a lot faster.
Yeah, I think it's a case where it's like I even got them backwards, where it's like one looks like it should be Moldorm, but it's Lomno, and Lomno should look like the other one, but like it's weird.
Alright, so what does Landmo have? It's a map, so I guess there was an actual item on the right-hand side, sorry.
Maybe he didn't even check the right side. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe he just pieced out. That makes sense.
Yep, I think he's going back in, so he has not seen that other
Yeah,
item.
it's not a bad play, to be honest. You have to go kill Landmullas anyway. If he has the item, that's great, and you never have to check the right side. If he doesn't have the item, big deal. You just walk back in. You got the boots.
Yeah, the boots. It's like the drag race dungeon where you just like race in a straight line from point A to point B.
And in this chest, we have 50 rupees.
Chat seems to really, really want to pull out that cape or powder or some kind of fetch quest item that'll lead to other fetch quest items.
So yeah, Lumberjack Cave, powder, to cape, to shovel, to ice rod.
Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. But first, though, we have some boots locations we can check now, so we'll take a look at those.
There's Quack. The Quake Medallion sitting in King's Tomb.
If Cransoon remembers, he could actually check Lumberjack right here after doing...
I would not be surprised to see that happen. And this is actually a pretty convenient time to do it. 10 arrows, so we see, is Cransoon going to make the play? I mean, it looks like it.
He is, okay.
What is in the Lumberjack Cave?
It's no pedestal hype, but it's honestly, I think this is like second to that at the very least.
Aga hype, ladies and gentlemen. Nope.
Nope.
Just +5 arrows. So where do we go from here? So Cransoon will probably head to Lumberjack, or not to
Hookshot Cave,
but to Hookshot Cave. That was gonna be my guess, but yeah, I think Swamp is it.
Yeah,
like I can't think of diddly squat.
Cransoon could be under the impression that, because for him, Green Pendant is still alive as well. It's not for g3rd0, because we know that's Kane and Brian, but Cransoon does not know about that intel yet.
Yeah, I feel like I would go to Swamp before I did Green Pendant. But you've got 4 items up here in Hookshot Cave, so that's worth looking into.
Meanwhile, Go Fast mode activated for g3rd0.
Indeed. Ah, yes, Spike Cave. g3rd0 didn't make it through Spike Cave.
Oh, that's right. He did not make it through that. Oh, if that had the ice rod the whole time, that would not be good for g3rd0.
I mean, Swamp usually is a bad play. That's the thing. Pendant Swamp is statistically very bad.
But in those seeds where it does have something, It ain't gonna happen.
And to be fair, Swamp was a bad play until they got the hook shot.
Yeah.
And it was definitely a bad play if you hadn't completed Mire yet. Right?
Yeah,
because if you find something in Mire, why would you ever need to go to Swamp? And you need to go clear Mire. So yes, I stand by my Swamp is a bad play statement from 10 minutes ago. But that's the way Randomizer goes. It changes. What plays are good and what plays are bad change depend on what you're doing. Yes, Cransoon is just tanking the damage, and we have 20 rupees in Spike Cave.
Okay, so Gyarados not losing anything by dying in there, unless he goes back for it again.
The stats exist to back up that play. You really want to talk to Amazing Ampharos. He's the guy who knows all the logic stuff. Or has all the probabilities down.
Speaking of Amazing Ampharos, the winner of this match will be actually facing him in the semifinals. So,
oh boy.
Amazing Ampharos being the only one of the quarterfinals to make it through so far. That matchup only going to Game 2. Christos and Ben actually being played right now. So after this race is over, definitely go and check out the ending of that one. And there's another match that still needs to be determined as well tonight. And yeah, tonight. So coming to the end of this quarterfinal.
So we see Cransoon making the play on Swamp Palace now.
That's good.
6 items in here. Plenty possible. So Gyardo needs to finish out Desert Palace here, and then I think Gyardo might join him. Find the big key in the first chest here in Swamp. So, question for you, sir. If you are coming into Swamp looking for one item, do you go left side or not?
If you're looking for one item, it is kind of tough to say in this situation because it is a pendant. Usually in a scenario, I find that Swamp Palace is crystal when you're kind of going through this looking for one item. But in pendant, I'd still probably go straight to the end just because a little faster to get those items, I guess.
All right. Yeah, I've seen merits to both types of logic there.
Yeah. Again, it's tough because it's a pendant dungeon, but if it's usually just one item, I'd say go to the end first. But if there's like maybe one or two, then yeah, I can see doing a full clear because chances are you probably have to do the full clear anyway.
Yep, it's very possible. So Cransoon heading through, and we see 20 rupees in the southern chest. Big chest has Tempered Sword.
Ooh, that's a nice item to get.
Well, nice consolation prize to having to go into Pendant Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. So Cransoon draining the swamp. And heading into the south drained room. Just a couple pieces of heart side by side, but that is going to fill up his life to 15 hearts. Seems pretty good. We've got the waterfall room with a burrito.
And he is going for Argus.
Yep, so we're doing the backside first.
Now, if Gyarados does go straight to Swamp after this, if he does go the left play, then that'll pretty much put what I said earlier to shame, because he could pull ahead right there, maybe. It'll be close, because Cransoon won't have to fill up the water or anything.
Cransoon making use of that tempered sword. Getting those dash poke things. And so a couple of spins here with the tempered sword will take care of Argus. Or the double fire spin, which is the very quick kill. And there it is, the ice rod! It's on Argus, and Cransoon has achieved the ever so elusive Go mode.
Yes, he did. The 1 hour and 30-minute mark. That's great. You know, he's honestly, he could probably be thinking at this point that he might be behind. It's really hard to tell, especially when you have an opponent like g3rd0. So, yeah, it's really a tough call to make.
Yep. So, Cransoon picking up a few potions as we head up to go finish off Turtle Rock. I don't blame anybody for picking up potions when you're going to go fight Trinex without half magic. Just in case something goes horribly wrong and you keep missing your shots. Those heads tend to move way more than you want them to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that hookshot very, very required for all of these remaining Go mode items.
Mm-hmm, definitely. Just the fact they had to go all the way to Laser Bridge in Turtle Rock, getting so close to the end, but then not being able to finish it just because you needed that hook shot to go back down to get the tool that will actually destroy the boss is... Welcome to Randomizer, that's all I have to say.
So let's recap our road to Go mode here. Cransoon, with the very early play to the checkerboard cave, finds the Moon Pearl there and gets a huge head start on the Dark World. g3rd0 catches up mostly through execution and good routing in the Dark World, but the items were just trolly enough to maintain that lead for Cransoon, and he's going to head through Turtle Rock right as g3rd0 is entering Swamp Palace.
Yeah, g3rd0 was focused really hard on dungeon clearing at the very beginning, and that did give him a bit of a lead. He came out of Ice Palace with a 4-3 crystal lead at that point. But then, like, all the stuff that Cransoon had checked, g3rd0 was kind of doing himself. So because of that, Cransoon was able to catch up. He was able to go back into Turtle Rock with the Fire Rod and get that hook shot first. Getting that hook shot first is really what's kind of determining this race. And yeah, I think the early Moon Pearl has a lot to do with that, just because he was able to do a lot of Dark World routing very efficiently and not have to really double dip any main areas. So that definitely kind of gave him the advantage, I'd say.
Yeah. So Cransoon basically cleared, basically 100%ed this thing, minus left side of swamp. Like, cleared out almost everything I could think of that he could reach. And we see Cransoon with the nice cane dash strats in the block, the Crystal Switch Room in Turtle Rock. And we see g3rd0 also making the play to the backside of Swamp first. Makes plenty of sense. Cransoon doing the backdoor strats on Trinex. To get a quick kill on two of those heads. And a very, very fast double spin slash kill on Trinex. That does it for Cransoon, and that is his 7th crystal.
Ooh, I know what time it is.
It's time to start guessing for the big key in Ganon's Tower. Ladies and gentlemen, 24 locations for the big key in Ganon's Tower. Where do you think it's going to be? 22, I said. Did I say 24? It's 22.
Yeah, 22.
22 locations. Guess where you think it is. If you are a supporter of the channel, wow, spin speed on the door. If you are a supporter of the channel, you can join our leaderboard, supporter of the Speed Gaming Network, via a subscription or 250-bit donation or more. Now, we are going to be cutting this off as soon as Cransoon enters Ganon's Tower on our screen, so if you're hearing this, it's probably too late.
Yeah, it's always tough when you have to start that at Turtle Rock, because it's just such a short walk from Ganon's Tower.
And there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, Cransoon enters Ganon's Tower. g3rd0 picks up the ice rod. Oh, and finds Butter Sword in the first chest. And the big key!
Now, he still needs a...
Chest number 2.
Now, he still needs to pick up a small key before going to the top, because there is a possibility if you go without one, you could be key locked at the top, so you have to go back down to find a small key. Thankfully, he is not making that mistake. He's grabbing the small key right here, and he will be heading up the tower.
All right, and so Seakeep with the correct guess. That was the second chest for the big key. That is a fast Ganon's Tower. Cransoon will be making his way up. This room and the next room are the reasons that the bow is required for every seed.
Yep, no way to kill those mimics without it.
Yeah, we don't know where the silver arrows are, so we might see Cransoon check a convenient chest or two on the way up.
Yeah.
It depends on what he considers convenient. So
right.
I think the final chest across the gap from Moldorm is pretty convenient. You're going to be touching it anyway. The one before Moldorm 2, also potentially convenient if you're going to be refilling your magic there anyway. But the two in the mini Helmosaur room may not be convenient enough. So it all depends on how Cransoon decides to route this.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mind game, just because, like, you have no idea where your opponent is. There's no dot done in the chat at all. And, you know, he could be right on his tail for all he knows. So I honestly could see them checking all 4, just because of that unknown. Because even though I wouldn't say it's, like, that much slower, Silverless is definitely slower than with Silvers. So you got to think, if the Silvers are up there, if they do skip it and the other one doesn't, that could be a game right there.
Alright, so Cransoon making short work of some Wizrobes with the Cane of Samaria. That's a maneuver that always feels good. Oh, and a well-executed second Wizrobe room, too. It's just beautiful.
And yeah, chat, I understand that. Like, that's a good... I think Cransoon is too far ahead of that point for Silverless and Silver to matter too much, but still,
Correct.
They don't know that. They don't know that.
Oh, Cransoon just gonna use the potion instead of going to get the green refill. I mean, I think he was planning on using the potion anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, okay, one of the chests is convenient enough for Cransoon, and it's got an arrow, just not the silver one. And there's a small key. And so Cransoon, going to face off against Moldorm, gets a dash and a slash, and that'll do it. And we pick up a Ganon's Tower Burrito in the final chest. So Cransoon will be making his way toward Aga 2. Let's see how geometry treats him today. Gyardo with a pretty solid Trinex fight himself. That looked like, I think it was a double, but it might have hit at the same time.
Okay, possibly.
And that's definitely a single, so at least 3, possibly 4. At least 4, possibly 5. Alright,
Oh, okay.
so it was a single on the first one.
Okay, fair enough.
But he did get the double there, so 1, 1, 1, 1, 2.
And he is off to the Ganon fight.
Right as Gyardo enters Ganon's tower, Cransoon finishes Ganon's tower. And so the Ganon fight will commence. We've got Buttersword, no silvers. So we will need to see 6 slashes in the first 2 phases, 1 slash per jump in the final phase, and then 12 extremely well-timed spin attacks in the final phase to finish off Ganon. Those are the first 2 phases. Blink and you miss them.
Yeah, with Buttersword, it does not take long to get through those phases.
Several Ganon teleports today. Just relentless teleporting today.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so there's the first hit in the in phase 3. And the second. And the third and fourth. So now we see Cransoon doing a spin attack early.
Looks like the
lands the torch glitch.
The arrows were in Ganon's tower, by the way.
Yeah, that does make sense. What would be really hilarious is if they were the other chest in the mini Helmosaur room.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
That would be super hilarious. But it's probably like Rando room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they didn't check any of, like, except like the 2 chests there, so it could have been anywhere on the bottom floors.
Alright, so we see Cransoon making his way through the final phase of Silverless Ganon. Looks like he's on about 6 hits, I think. Maybe 7 or 8.
And he's done.
Scratch that. He's on 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, advancing to the semifinals to face against Amazing Ampharos, we have Cransoon.
Cransoon with an official time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 46 seconds. Congratulations to Cransoon on his victory. We can see if we can talk to Cransoon. Because I got some things to talk about.
Yes, I think that goes for the 2 of us.
I'm thinking one of those things might involve Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Because dang. And like I said, it's not even an unreasonable gamble, right?
No, definitely not. No, we had the tools to get it, so why not check it?
So we're going to wait on Cransoon to get in here. Meanwhile, g3rd0 is making his way up Ganon's tower. And he's not checking either chest. So we're going to be left in the dark on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no real reason for him to check anything at this point. Mainly because the race is over.
Right.
But g3rd0 will finish this in short order. Kind of delays opening the final chest there. Picks up that burrito. Apparently we had arrows at the witch hut. And just love under that shovel location. So if we'd ever found the cape, it would have been garbage.
Yeah.
And there's Cransoon in the waiting room. I'm going to bring him on in.
All right.
Moth.
And hello, Cransoon.
Hello, Dr. Bobtastic.
Welcome to the winner's circle today. Congratulations.
Oh my goodness. I don't even, I can't even words right now. I don't even believe it.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the play that clearly put you ahead here, and that was Checkerboard Cave, sir.
Was it okay? I was wondering because I was really thinking about Death Mountain, and God, when did I get my first glove? Even was that was in Mini Moldorm Cave?
Yeah, Mini Moldorm, then
yeah.
Escape.
My plan, I was thinking about doing Hera before South Shore because it was so obvious, but I was like, I kind of want a fire source. And maybe if there's Hammer or something, then I could go East Death Mountain or Hookshot. And so I was like, I'll do South Shore first, then I'll do Hera. And then I got the glove and I was like, I'll do Back of Escape and then I'll do Hera. And then I got Mitt and I was like, I'll check Checkerboard and Desert and then I'll do Hera. And then I got Pearl and I was like, okay, well, I guess we're just gonna wait on Hera.
Yep, that was a perfectly great run. Hey, speaking of random stuff, g3rd0 is now dealing with the 16 teleports on the first Ganon phase.
Yeah, the first one was a lot of teleports. I was wondering, in my head, I just kind of never assumed that I was ahead. I never felt super behind at any point, but I also never felt like, oh, this is great. I just sort of assumed I was behind the whole time, just because I know g3rd0 is a better player than I am. And so, so during the Ganon fight, I was like, oh, there are a million teleports. That's why he hasn't done yet. Oh yeah, the Aga patterns were terrible. Oh, the Ganon fight had so much bad stuff. Oh, silvers were in his tower, of course. That's why he hasn't finished yet. And then I finished, and I was like, what just happened?
Oh yeah, that was quite the race. But yeah, you found the Moon Pearl well before he did. He actually didn't have the mitts when he went up to Death Mountain. So he didn't go into the Back of Escape.
Mm-hmm.
And so that helped you out. There were a lot of stuff. But of course, this particular seed requiring you to go into every pendant dungeon but the one that you both did first.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, also, gosh, just
g3rd0 with the swag dash strats.
Nice.
And g3rd0 finishing second place with a time of 1:49.24. Well played on his.
Yeah, that Turtle Rock, man, in this whole set, Turtle Rock had the value all 3 matches that we played. Because the first match we played had Ice Rod on Laser Bridge. Second match had Ice Rod and Boots on Laser Bridge and Mire on Trinex. and then third race had Hookshot on Laser Bridge leading to Ice Rod in Swamp.
Yeah.
So it's just like Turtle Rock was always just holding the value.
Yeah. So today, g3rd0 actually made the play on Turtle Rock well before you did.
Really?
But he didn't have the Fire Rod.
Ah, okay. I was wondering.
Yeah, so we were saying he was pulling the reverse Cransoon.
I thought about it. I was thinking about it, like, when I went up there the first time, I was like, maybe if it's Bombos, I'll, like, head in there. But it wasn't, and since I didn't have Ether yet, like, by the time I had Ether, I already had Fire Rod, because I got Ether, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna pair Eastern with Pod, and Pod gave me a sword, which made me feel way more comfortable about Ice Palace.
Right.
Because I was thinking about Ice Palace for a really long time. Before I even did the Pod Eastern combo, I was thinking of going in there, but just kind of thought against it because I didn't feel like I had enough safety to feel comfortable.
I'm gonna bring in g3rd0 real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, g3rd0, welcome. And
yo, what's up, man?
GG.
GG, and congrats to Cransoon.
Thank you very much, and GG to you, sir. That was a seed of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, the divergence in this seed came out pretty early. There was a lot. I mean, you caught up very well, but Cransoon found the Moon Pearl super early.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I wasted much time in Light World before finding the Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because all the stuff that I'm assuming you did in Light World, like if you did both Hera and Eastern before finding Pearl, I'm assuming, like both of those were dungeons I had to do eventually anyway.
Yeah, that's why I don't think I wasted much time there. I think my big time waste was, or big time loss rather, was doing Death Mountain before Ice Palace. Because then I had to revisit Turtle Rock, which I did pretty late.
Mm-hmm.
And I just played kind of terribly all around, to be fair.
Yeah, the triple dip into Turtle Rock is never something you want to have to do.
Yeah.
And you already had to do the double dip. Like, there was no way around that one.
Yeah.
I had thought about doing Turtle Rock my first time up there, but I actually didn't have Ether yet. So, because I had skipped Eastern and, you know, all that stuff. So then I went up there, saw what the medallion was, then went down, paired Eastern and Pod together, got the Ether medallion. But I also got Master Sword, which made me comfortable enough to go into Ice Palace. So then I did that, got Fire Rod, went up, and got Turtle Rock. But I don't know. It was kind of funny, actually. I was sort of informing some of my decisions based off of the fact that you hadn't done yet. I was searching for the Ice Rod as my last item, and I was like, okay, I have Catfish and Pyramid Ledge left, or Swamp Palace. I was like, well, if it were in, you know, Catfish or Pyramid Ledge, I assume, like, g3rd0's a safe player. He probably would have checked those a long time ago. So he'd probably be done by now. So I'm just going to go into Swamp. And, like, yeah, I don't know. It just happened to work out.
Cransoon, there was one more thing that you could have done at that point. And that was Green Pendant.
Yes, which I thought about very strongly. It was just a matter of item density that put me off of it, because I was thinking, sorry, go ahead.
The reason I bring that up is because your opponent actually did do Skull Woods and get the Green Pendant at one point.
Yeah, because I miscounted. I thought there was another item in the bag, so I went there relatively early.
Dang. Yeah, I was thinking about it. If Swamp hadn't had anything, I was going to go grab Green Pendant, mirror out, and do a ped check, and then do a pull from there. Because there wasn't really too much left. It was either Swamp, like 2 overworld locations, or Ped or Green Pendant. So.
All right. So let me ask a couple of things. So when you go up there and you see the shovel on Bumper Cave, what are you thinking?
Dang it, dude! This stupid game. That was pretty much it.
Yep.
I mean, as long as we don't have to cape. I never found a cape anyway, so...
Same. I was thinking about it for a while, for like maybe 15-20 minutes after I saw it. It was in the back of my head, but then after a while I just forgot about it, because I didn't have cape. So, like, if we had found cape, I probably would have paired that with Swamp or with Skull and Pedcheck or something like that. I was honestly half expecting, once I got boots from Mire, I was like really surprised not to see Ice Rod on like Lumberjack or something. I was fully expecting it to be one of those kind of seeds.
Both of you checked Lumberjack way late, and that's okay. You could do that, and it's perfectly valid.
I've been liking that play a lot more recently. I used to check it at the beginning every single time, but like when you get boots, one of your first checks is always Bonk Rocks, and you're right there. So as long as you don't forget, it's faster because you have boots for the movement up there.
Yeah, that seems entirely legit.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so both runners, excellent job today. Just a few calls in the routing, and that's all that really separated you. So this was an excellent race from start to finish, and it has been an honor and a privilege to commentate it.
Yeah, definitely. I was one of the commentators in the last match, which was also extremely hype, and this one also brought the same levels of hype. Just the gambles, route variances, just really, really entertaining to watch.
Well, awesome. I am excited to watch it back later. And thank you very much to both of you for commentating.
Yeah.
Yep, same.
And thank you, g3rd0, for the matches. That was really incredible.
Yep, they were nice matches. I like how early Turtle Rock was required in all 3 games.
All 3 of them. I was just saying, Turtle Rock had the value in all 3 of the seeds.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and ask you, Cransoon, how do you feel about the matchup against Amazing Ampharos next week?
I don't know how to feel yet, because I wasn't expecting to have a match next week. So if I'm being totally honest, one of the reasons, like, I felt really calm throughout the whole thing and like not nervous at all, and the reason is because I had just kind of accepted that I was going to lose. So I was like, I'm just gonna try and have fun. I'm just gonna play this seed and have a good time. And like then the done happened, and I'm like, oh no, I still have to play this game more. Oh boy. But I don't know. I definitely am gonna. It's gonna be hype. AA is a really good player. I'm gonna have to really watch some of his matches and strategize. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So, anything else you guys want to say before we wrap this up?
Just good luck to Cransoon for the rest of the tournament, and I'm happy that I reached my goal of making it to brackets, and that's it.
Yeah, and yeah, just thank you to everybody who's been watching all of the matches and commentating, restreaming, just everybody. Thank you so much. It's been a blast.
All right, so thank you to both of our runners for an excellent race, and thank you for talking to us. I'm gonna start thanking all the people involved here. So we've got Fiesel on the restream, thank you for that, and Dustin once again with the tracker, making sure that all of you know exactly where the action is at the moment. It's a thankless job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
And once again, thank you to you, Slim Kirby, for carrying the side of the conversation with me, and actually sounding like you know what you're talking about.
Nope, no problem. Fun commentating with you. It was a lot of fun. This is a great match, and it was a great way to spend the afternoon. So thank you as well.
All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to need to sign off here. So I have been Dr. Bob-tastic.
And I have been Slim Kirby.
And we'll see you later.
Yep, go over to Speed Gaming. Another match is going on. Going to be finishing soon, so go watch that.
Oh, yeah.
174 versus Christos Owen, the finals from the tournament. They're duking it out right now, so definitely check that out.
All right. See you later, everybody.
Goodbye.